Bia! Olá! Esperar a Ana chegar aqui, daqui a pouquinho ela tá aqui. Aqui. E Nayara, olá!
Hello,
Hey Ana!
are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. What about you? Can you hear me well?
Yes, always okay. Thank you. I'm nice to meet you again. I'm so
Yes,
happy to see you.
me too. I am so happy to see you again. And how are you? Are you okay?
Uh, I'm okay. I have weekend, so always very good. And this evening I see you, so it make my life more happy.
Yes, it helps us sometimes. And Anna, we are here. I am in the same situation as you. I am on weekend, but I don't stop my work for now because I am taking care of my grandma. That's why I couldn't do this live before. And we are here finally, thank God. Let's share our international experience. But first, I would like you to introduce yourself, please.
Um, okay, my name is Anna. I live in Moscow region in Russia. So my house is in 300 meters to Moscow, so it's very close. I work in Moscow, and uh, when I was young, I studied in Moscow too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am working from my 17 as technician in architecture. And in one moment of my life, I wanted to uh, change something in my life and try to go abroad for working because from my 19 I was going to another countries as for tourism interest, and when I was 25 or 26, I wanted
Yes.
to go to try myself in international business. At my company where I worked here in Moscow, I had international contracts, mostly with Turkey,
Mm-hmm.
because they provide a lot of equipment for industrial companies here. And I wanted to try myself in our countries because
Yes.
life always changes. We have internet now. It is very good because
Yes.
because it was something new in my life when
Uh-huh.
when we become a part of this international communication. Uh,
Yes.
and I
Okay.
offered one contract here, and I have like 2 weeks to make a decision for
Mm-hmm.
going abroad. So the first of companies, it was
Yes.
Egyptian company
Yes.
who accepted me, and
Uh-huh.
where we were met only some days,
Uh-huh.
but it was a difficult time because we have politician problems with Russia and Egypt at this moment
Mm-hmm.
because of crashing our airplane by terrorists. And that's why at this moment there were maybe not no one, but very little quantity of Russian people in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was very good. Um,
Yes. But now, in Moscow, are you working with international business?
Now I'm working in a Russian company, but
Yes. Uh-huh.
for example, now I'm searching international uh, competitors for our construction sites. So
Okay.
I have I have meetings with international companies.
Yes.
Um, I'm
And
not working abroad, but I
uh-huh.
try to meet foreigners, and I try to have new friends
Yes.
in our countries too.
And do you think Anna went to Egypt in 2018, and we met each other there. So we shared a room there, and it was a short time we spent together, but it was good for us. So I would like to know how your trip to Egypt helped you. How did it help you? Can you explain a little bit?
Yes.
You can tell us,
Um,
you can share us your experience there. What do you think about having a broad experience? Something like that, please.
uh, okay, I can say, but this business trip to Egypt that changed my life.
Uh-huh.
Um, because it was something new. It is really a new world for me. Um, it was very interesting, but I can solve this country in our side because I had an experience to work in at the factory.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and for me, it was interesting how people work there. Something about international business culture because all communications were too different from Russian, maybe. And the
And
life there was
how
very
uh, uh,
was very
uh,
hard, but people in Egypt were so pleasant. They tried to
yes.
help me and another foreigners, expats who were here. I was so glad that I was visit this country as intern.
Have you felt shock when you were there about the culture, about the things you saw there? Like, for example, in my first night in Egypt, I felt, oh my God, I don't know how to speak Arabic. I don't know where I am, and I am hungry. I don't know anyone, so I was alone in the apartment, and it was a little bit shock for me. So I would like to know, did you have the same situation? Because you tell us that it was hard. It was in this sense.
Yes, first thing, it is like a hot climate because in Moscow
Yes.
mostly we have very cold weather, so the temperature was very high for me. Uh, I
Yes.
couldn't say that it was very comfortable, but first thing what I was shocked it is public transport because for us it is not normal to go in microbus or something like this, like a car who is not the licensed company, and they have video cameras everywhere. We
Yes.
pay by phone, and we have roads. And in Egypt, it was like a driver was cried, "I'm going to this, I think,
Yes.
place." So I wasn't shocked. Really, it's not a thing what is normal here, because if you will try to travel by any driver,
See.
but is
Yes.
not on road, it is
Hmm.
very dangerous. But in Egypt, it was normal. And as I understand some weeks ago, it is really a very safety to go by microbuses and tuk-tuk and
Tuk
another
tuk.
ways.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I tried to go by train in Egypt. It was a night trip to Luxor, and I tried to go by economic class and like maybe not a business, but it was more high than economic class. And all these kind of transport was comfortable. People there were very pleasant. They like to see tourists in this country, and it is really very safety. I have never meet any aggressive people or
Yes.
something like this. All was very good.
Yes, and it's nice to say that there is a huge difference when you are traveling abroad to some other cultures because, for example, in Brazil is hot, but in Egypt it was too hot. I think the difference you took there because you are in the north, and Egypt is not in the north, neither in Europe. And about the public transportation, yes, it's not so different from Brazil. We have a subway in big cities, but we can't travel, for example, from a small city like here, where I live, to another city. We have by train. We have to use a car or buses. And I would like you share, if you could, some aspects from Moscow because I think it's nice you share your a little bit about your culture, about your habits there. For example, you can compare like you are doing here, Egypt and Moscow, and after I can tell a little bit from Brazil, if you want.
Okay, yes, of course. It was very interesting for me, and I think for all Russian people, because for us, Brazil, it is like a dream. Some years ago, soap operas from Brazil was very, very popular. So every girl and woman they dream to go to Brazil.
Yes, yes. I think at least once you should come here, but it's not so. It's not like in soap opera. The life here is completely different. Like for example, yes, it's not.
I
It's like
understand.
cinema. Hollywood. You know Hollywood. We know the good part of United States, and it's similar to there. But yes, we have a lot of nature. We are huge. Everywhere you go, you can be in the nature. You can contact, if you like, of course, this kind of life. I think it's good if you wanna eat, but we also have good big cities like São Paulo, Rio, but we have samba, we have this kind of songs, but sometimes we have to, oh my God, it's not so good. We are living this pandemic situation is not so good at this moment, but I think everyone should come here at least once to know because we are huge. We have a lot of cultures, so we could share it more.
I hope one time I will travel to Brazil because it was my dream. Not now because the situation is
Yes.
difficult. Our country closed borders, so yeah, now it is a problem to go to another countries, of course. But hope soonly we will come to normal life and
Yes.
we will continue our travels. So as for Moscow, it is really very easy to use public transport. It's the most popular transport. Cars, maybe for people working in the companies, for staff, we don't use cars. Because here is subway, trains, buses, electro buses, trams, and another kind of public transport. The timing is very good, so you will not wait a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But Moscow is a big city, and
Yes.
a lot of people who works in business centers, they have an apartments or rent apartments near Moscow, in Moscow region. So it is normal to spend on the way to office like 2 hours only one way. Like it is normal.
Are there more apartments than houses there?
It's not like more, but it is cheaper.
Okay, got it. Because like in Egypt, I saw a lot of apartments and I don't remember to see houses there. It was like apartment. That's why I asked.
Like in the place where I live, I have an apartment in a high building, but near this building we have houses. So
Okay.
they have animals too, like cows or sheep. It is near, you can go. The places here are very green. When it is summer, of course, because when it is winter, always covered by snow. But
Uh-huh.
in the summer, you can see a lot of green places, rivers, parks. You can go there, and it is free. It is the main difference from the Egypt, because there it is very hard to find like a green zone, forest. You can go here to the forest. It is, I don't know if it is safety, but you can go. It's not a
Okay.
problem. You can go by foot. Uh,
Yes.
and
That's
in
nice.
Egypt, for me, it was very hard to understand what it is not ground there, where it was not only sand. So for me, I was in shock because uh, all people who are going to Egypt, they go to hotels in Sharm el Sheikh or something like this, and they say, "Oh, there are too lot of food there. They have all things." When I was lived
Yes.
in Cairo, I understand what it is too hard to grow vegetables and fruit there, because there are no earth, and only in oasis they have there. In Cairo, it is impossible. So it was very hard for me.
Yes.
Um,
Even to me, I am in my city. We have 30, 32 degrees Celsius degrees, and even for me, it was too hot. It was hotter than here, and I thought, oh my God, what am I doing here? And I also like to say that I was in Egypt, and the people there made my story, my life different. You know, the place was completely different, but I could adapt to that, and I could make friends there. So it was better for me. For example, I I arrived in Egypt on Wednesday. I don't remember, and the next day I was with the guys. You know, I was making friends. So it helped me a lot. I wasn't alone anymore. So that
I liked all in my trip. Maybe I understood there only when some months was passed, because I was in shock at this time.
yes,
But people there are very kind. They try to help you if you have any problems. I liked my factory where I was worked, because people try to show their experience, equipment, to show their programs, and the main thing, I made some drawings until this internship, and one of equipment they make it like for the client, and I was very happy what it was produced
yes,
by this factory. And about people, uh, we have some stereotypes, but in real life we're very good. Um, they try to help all women internet, maybe for
Yes.
who is foreigners, because when I stand at the bus station, young men, they firstly try to give a place to women, old people, and children. So
Yes.
for this, in Moscow, it's very hard to
Yes.
find this situation, because all people is going to be the first, and more young people, more strong, they try to take place in the buses or in our public transport. And it was very interesting for me because people try to show their country and culture in the
Yes.
best way. And of course, it's too different from here because, for example, I have an apartment, I live alone, and when I speak with my colleagues in Egypt, they say like to live alone here is not good. They live only in the family or maybe with their grandmothers, grandfathers, it is better. And if you live alone, it is like very strange, or you have some problems with your relationships.
Yes.
So to live there, maybe it is very hard for me, but um, people were invited me again. So if I have any possibility in future, I will come again, of course, because I love this country
Yes.
and mostly people, because the situation here and life there was very, very hard.
Yes. I
And
got it.
but they have a very positive view, not like here, because we have some problems, like if you have a depression, people here they like very angry, very serious, and maybe not very helpful. So if
Yes.
you
I
for
got it.
tourism, for tourists, I don't know how it will be, but in Russia, the amount of people depends of their situation, because it is not normal like to smile or show our emotion.
You
Uh,
are Russians are more closed, right?
yes,
While in Egypt the people are opening to help you, they are open to get you in their lives. It was the it was another good part of the experience because I have a lot of good memories from there. I have, and the people was completely uh, shocked me, but in the best way, you know. They helped me, like you said, they are open, they are so helpful. It was so good for me. And once I was in Berlin, uh, and I could notice that the people are more close, you know. The people are on their own way. I don't know how to say that, but I don't have any German friends, you know. I have Syrian friends, I have Turkey friends that I met in Berlin, but not German friends. I couldn't do that. I couldn't have a friendship there because it's a little bit different. I want to go, okay? I want to go. I want to know people, but they are like here, okay? Don't touch me. I don't know if I was there for a little, for a short time. That's why I didn't get any friends. I don't know, but I felt this difference because I was in Berlin one day, and after 6 days, 7 days, I was in Egypt, and it was completely different. And I can understand what you say. I see what you say.
we are multinational country, so culture in different regions in Russia is very difficult. So if you will go to the north, you will find people with another type, because we have a lot of nations, and
Oh,
each nation has their own culture, their own language. Uh, so in the north, you will find very open people, because it depends from the climate, maybe. People who have a lot of sun were more friendly than people in the
yes.
coast regions, uh,
Uh-huh.
because because the weather. Because, for example, if you have 9 months in the year, uh, you have 9 months of winter in the year. You have no option to have uh, chance. For example, if you grow something like vegetables and fruits, you have only 1 month to do it. Uh, if you will lose this chance, you will die. For example, some foreigners they say like, "Oh, your fairy tales for children are so terrible, because if this child or maybe as animal lose their chance to do something, they have no possibility to do it again, because they died, or they always died." It's because the climate, because in the winter you couldn't grow something. And for example, I work in building, and
Yes.
for small companies who build like cottages and houses, it is impossible to do it in the winter, because the ground is frozen. So we are waiting summer. So for people, it is only summer time to earn money. That's why some people maybe is so angry and serious, because
Yes.
and it is in our mention, of course, to be serious. Like as I said to another people from Latin America, in Russia, it's not normal to say how are you. Uh,
Oh,
for people who are not close to you, because for us, if you say how are you, you must explain all your life. How is your friends? How is your family? How is your work? If you say it's okay, it will mean like I don't want to speak with you. It's
yes.
not normal
Yes,
for
that's your
us.
problem. Yes, I got it. And here it's completely normal, completely, if you have friends, you go to the gym or I don't know, but many places that you go, I am talking about small cities, okay? Because if you go to São Paulo, I think it's a little bit different. But here, if you go, the people ask, how are you? And how is your son? People that I have some contact, but it's not so difficult to make friends here. Then I thought it is, I think it is in Berlin, for example. So there, is it complicated to have friends, to make friends in Moscow?
Maybe yes, because
Yes.
for us in Russian, friends, it means really a very close friends, like sister and brothers. And
Okay.
another people is people who was met in your life, and in Russian language we uh, don't call them friends. Only close friends are friends.
Okay.
If translated is. But of course, if you will visit some art communities, people there are more open, and they are interested in our culture. And here we also have Brazilian Fest. It is provided by your embassy, and Latin Fest. It is
Yeah.
whole it was there. I hope after COVID we will meet again. But a lot of people are interested in your culture, they like capoeira and
Yes.
different kind of
Anna,
sports are very interesting here.
let me ask you about a family there. How's the culture of your of family? For example, in Brazil, it's common for people staying together their parents for a long time, for example, 30 years, 40 years. You know, some people, young people, just go out and take their lives, take care of their lives. But how is it in Russia, please?
I will say it about my region because culture, as I said, different regions are very difficult.
Hmm.
Here, it's not normal to live with your parents
Yes.
because, of course, if people don't have money, they live together, but
Mhm.
it's not the best way. If you will go out at your 18, it will be the best way for your parents and for you. Uh, but it depends from the money because sometimes it's very difficult to earn money here.
Okay, I got it. Yes, yes, I think depends on situation, but there are many people that stay together with their parents for a long time. Um, about, for example, um, your family, in your family, because you said about the people in general that, okay, they have their own place and they have some difficult to make friends. What about in your family? Is it common, for example, hey dad, hey brother, sister, I don't know, how was your day? Is it common to talk about your day, about your problems, about what are you feeling? Is it common for you?
Um, I have a big difference in the age with my parents and with my sister and brothers. Uh, Maybe it was a reason why we are not so close.
Okay,
Um, I
but
couldn't discuss about my day with my parents,
uh-huh.
for example, because some topics we couldn't discuss.
Hmm.
And I have not very close relationships with my
Okay,
sister and brothers because we didn't live together because we have a big difference in the age. When I was a
okay,
child, we were married, so I
okay,
live
got
I
it.
like alone.
Yes, yes.
Um,
But
and
generally speaking, is it common for Russian people do that or not?
it depends from the family. The
Depends.
family, for me, the closest people are my friends, not my family.
Okay, I got it. Yes, the same here. The same situation. And Anna, changing a little bit the point of this conversation, I would like to know, for example, you live in Moscow. Is it easy for you to travel from Moscow to another country like France, like other country around there, or a little bit
Yes,
distant?
now not, but 1 year ago,
Uh,
it was very
yes.
easy because we have low costers and it was really very cheap if you have only a baggage claim to go to any country of Europe. Uh, it's not difficult to have a visa,
Okay.
Schengen visa. It is not very hard. And
Hmm.
as for Moscow, we have three international airports, and we have express trains which are going to these airports. So you will not have any problems with transport. And it is like only 3 hours to go to Italy, for example, and for France. It's
Okay. Okay.
same, I
What
think.
about? Okay. Can you travel by train to those places?
I think it will take a lot of time if I go to Europe.
Okay, but it's possible.
Yes, it is possible. Some people they travel by car to
Uh-huh.
Europe, but it's not comfortable for me, for example.
Okay, I got it. Yes. And are you able, you like a Russian person, are you able to travel to other country in Europe without visa? Or do you need a visa?
No,
No,
I need a
you need.
visa.
Okay.
But it is not a problem if you have work or an apartment here. It may be only 1 week to make a visa. It's not a problem to make a visa.
Okay, just to be sure about it. And Anna, what do you think a situation, I don't know, something that you lived in another country that made you feel completely different, that made you feel, oh my God, uh, something that changed you. Can you share this point? I don't know if it was a person or situation or places, because I understood about life when I was in Egypt. Not, uh, I had a different point of life there, because I used to travel alone all the time. I like to travel alone, but there I traveled in group, and it was completely different from for me. It was a good thing, I could see the best part of being in group with people that respect each other, that people who are your friend. And I made this experience and it changed my life, that, oh, okay, it's good to be friend, to be with your friends. It's good to travel with your friends. So did you have some kinds of situations like that you changed your view of life?
As for me, mostly I traveled alone, and in Egypt I tried to travel alone too, to some
I
countries.
can't hear you.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yes, now yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. As for me, mostly I travel alone. It is the best for me because I can communicate with another people and I can understand the life in another countries better when I travel alone. Because if you're with your friends, you will speak only in your language, and it is
Yes,
more hard to uh, invite to your company foreigners. So, are you hearing me?
yes,
Is it okay?
yes, yes.
Uh, yes. And Egypt, I try to travel in group. I think it is for some destinations it was the best way because it's really very hard to find the way, and you can
Yes,
speak with another people too because you have a 3 days. And for my life, what was changed, when I met maybe people from Latin America or from another countries, they have like a positive view, like not to be depressive like people here. Uh,
yes,
but life is going, it not depends from your problem. Mostly this view changing something in my life, but it is very hard for me,
yes,
because I live there and to change all my life, it is very hard. But I try to take the best sides of another nations, maybe not so uh, adopted to my life. But I'm really very glad to see uh, people from Latin America, from the Europe in my life, and I try to make friends and to understand their point of view because sometimes it helped me to communicate, to have international contracts in business
yes,
or to have a friends. and you can understand you can live another life because when our country was closed because of political, of course, we knew only how to live in our country. We couldn't see the life of people abroad. But now we must be more kind, more open, and to give yourself a chance to have more
Yes.
friends
Yes.
and to travel more, of course.
Yes, that's nice. And talking about this time we are living nowadays, about this pandemic situation, do you think, because you told us that it's a little bit complicated to make friends in Russia, so in this situation we are living now, the people in your country, the people are helping others. How are they acting nowadays? They are more closed or not? It keep the same way.
Because of recommendations, they said like you must make a distance, you
Yes,
must not go in groups. So people mostly they live only in their apartments and not
but
invite neighborhoods, for example.
yes, but I'm talking, for example, okay, I am here in Brazil and you are there, and we are talking with each other to each other, and I would like to know that are the people helping themselves, even online, oh, okay, you are my friends, how are you? Did you feel something about it?
It's not in our culture. So if you
No?
want to help, you can
Okay.
send money, and only to speak, it will not help. If you want to help, you can send money or medicine, because here in Moscow, it is a capital, and we have some hospitals and medicine. Maybe not all people have money, but they
Uh,
can have a credit to buy medicine. And in our regions, it was really a big problem to buy something if you get this virus or ill, because only if you have relatives in the capital or in the big cities, you can ask them to buy something and send them. Um, but I couldn't say what everybody tried to help all people. It depends from the family, of course, but we try to help our uh, old relatives, of course,
mhm.
but in another way, because a lot of months we couldn't meet our grants, for example, because there were a lot of policemen here, and we couldn't go uh, in the street. And it was not a reason what you want to visit your relatives.
Yes.
Uh, Maybe it can be very old relatives, and in real life, you always buy some food or another things. You have to clean their house, for example. And
Uh-huh.
in this situation, uh, our policemen they said stay at home. It's not your problem, because we will invite social service, and where you have your relatives. It can be strange, but when we had a lockdown, we couldn't visit our grands, for example.
Okay.
So we become more far away.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, I got it. Are you all in lockdown at this moment? No?
Not now. I hope not, because our president he said that we will have like some holidays in May, and it is connected with pandemic situation. But I don't think what is the real reason, because there are a lot of protests
Yes.
against as political.
Okay. Do you have
And
vaccine there? Do you have
yes,
vaccine there? Um, Not yet.
everywhere, in every shopping center and every hospital, you can have a vaccine, but not all people want to try it.
Yes, yes. Same in Brazil. Old people started to get it, but young like us, we aren't able to take it yet.
But my grandmother, she's 90, and my mother, she's 65. They get this virus, and it was not hard. It was like usual cold. So I don't know why they catch this virus, because they don't go to center of Moscow, for example, or in our things. And as for me, I spent more than 3 hours on a day in public transport, and I didn't get it. So uh, for now, my doctor was not recommended to visit. I'm waiting.
Okay. And Anna, we are going to finish here. And I would like to thank you because you are here. You are able to talk to me. And I really appreciate this talk we had. And because we are living these difficult days, I started doing that. And thank you for sharing things from your life, of your country, your experience. I really appreciate it. Would you like to say anything to finish this live?
Yes, so of course, I'm very happy to see you, as I said.
Me
And
too.
now, people, young people, or people who has children, um, I suggested for you to go to internships or a business trip to another countries, because it will change your life and your view to this life. So
I
I
agree.
really wanted, to see a tourist in Moscow. I wanted to communicate with another people. So I will glad to see you here
Me
and another
too.
people too.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you here again. And don't hesitate. Whenever you want, call me, send messages, okay? I'm here
You too.
to talk. Yes, okay. I'm gonna do it more because I think it's important to be together in this moment. You know, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm trying to telling people, hey guys, let's keep. I know that's hard for everyone, but let's keep moving. Let's keep doing something. Let's keep in touch because I think it's important. That's why I asked you about relationships. You know, because if people get together, the world would be better. I think a better place
Yes.
to live. And I appreciate your friendship. This time we had together. Thank you so much again. And
Thank
please.
um, thank you, Nayara, because you organized this meeting. I'm really very happy to see foreigners in my life, and I really hope soon we can meet again, maybe in Europe or in Brazil, uh,
Let's
with
do it.
another
Let's do
with
it.
another
Yes.
people from this trip in Cairo, of course. It was the
Yes.
best people, one of the best people in my life. So I'm really very glad to see you.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Anna. And let's do it one day, okay? To be together again. It's in my plans.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Come to Moscow. I'm waiting you.
Yes, I'll go. I'll go. And whenever you want, after this pandemic situation, you are able to come here, okay? in my house, meet people here. I introduce you to my friends, and that's good. It's gonna be fun for us.
I
Okay?
hope. I hope.
Okay. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Bye bye. See ya.